Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here and I have my peach scarf on because today I'm testing all of my new products that I picked up from the new Too Faced Peaches and Cream line. If you saw my most recent haul video, then you already know what I got, but today we're going to be doing a complete first impression of the bronzer, one of the blushes, the Peach Frost highlighter, the Peach Kiss lipstick, and I'm also going to be using the Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadow palette. I have used that a few times before, so that one won't be a first impression, but everything else I have not used. I've just been obsessively taking Instagram photos of, so this is a bittersweet moment. I am excited to try everything. I'm just sad to mess it up because it's so pretty. I know, that's ridiculous, but today I'm gonna be testing all my new products, so let's get started. First, I'm gonna put on my lip color. This is the Peach Kiss lipstick in the shade Sex on the Peach. It's just a pretty nude shade. Even the lipstick smells good. I'm actually gonna use a lip brush to apply this. So that is the lipstick shade. This is Sex on the Peach. I do think it's very comfortable. I don't think it's quite matte. It is called a comfort matte formula. I think it feels a little bit more like a satin. It smells really good. I like the shade. I don't think that it's necessarily anything groundbreaking, but I like it. Now, let's move on to the part that I've been dreading the most, and that is using this Sweetie Pie bronzer. And I'll tell you why I'm dreading using this, because the compact is so pretty, and I know it'll never look the same once I dip a brush in there. Especially for a bronzer, you can't just like take a little bit off the side. You really kind of have to get your brush in there. So the time has come for me to use this. I'm gonna use my MAC 135 and just pick up a big swirl of this bronzer. It looks kind of pinky, so it kind of makes me nervous, but let's see what happens. That's nice, right? Okay. All right. I'm not mad at it. I was a little nervous because you can tell that there are like little patches of pink, peachy pink in here. And when I picked it up on my brush, especially since this is a white brush, you can really see the pink. But I think just for my skin tone, it really works. There is only one shade available of this bronzer, so unfortunately, it's not really gonna suit everyone. But it did work really well for me, so if you feel that you have similar coloring to me, then I would definitely recommend this bronzer. I'm kind of surprised by how much I like the way it looks. It's very natural and it looks really shimmery in the pan, so I thought that it would be kind of sparkly on my face, but I don't think it looks sparkly at all. Now it's time for blush. This is one of the Pinch My Cheeks Melting Powder blushes. I have the shade Pinch My Peach, and this is supposed to be one of those cream to powder formulas, so I'm gonna try to apply it with my finger first. Then if I need to, I can blend it out with a stippling brush. No surprise here, this blush is super beautiful. It's very natural, it's super easy to work with. I know a lot of people are intimidated by cream blushes, and I can see why. I know that once you're used to a powder blush, it seems kind of counterintuitive to use a cream. This one blended out super easily. I didn't even need to go to a stippling brush to blend out the edges. It went on really smoothly. I don't feel that it pulled up any of my foundation underneath, and I have already powdered my face as well, so I'm impressed. I like it. I did a very light layer of the blush because I don't really want a super intense blush look. That's just never what I go for. But I do think you could easily build this up to be brighter if that's the look you were going for. Now it's everybody's favorite part. It's time to highlight. This is the Peach Frost highlighter, and it is in the shade Happy Face, but there aren't any other shades available, so this is the only one we have. It's that same cream to powder formula, and it looks like it's going to be a soft kind of champagne gold. So let's just try it out. Do a little on the Cupid's bow just for good measure. This does have a very subtle, more of a natural glow type of sheen to it. Again, I do think that the nature of this product can be built up if you are looking for something more intense. I'm really just more of a toned down, natural kind of girl. This could also be worn under a powder highlighter. If you were looking for more of that intense metallic shine, this could be kind of like a base, and then you could put a powder on top. I really think this looks beautiful on its own. I do wish there were a couple more shades available. Who knows? Maybe they'll expand the line. I think that this shade that's currently available is more suited to the light to medium skin tones. If you've tried this and you have a deeper skin tone, leave a comment and let me know how it looked on you. I always love hearing how different things work for different people. Okay, I have you zoomed in a little bit extra right now because we're gonna go into the Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadow palette. Like I mentioned before, I have used this a few times, so this is not a first impression. We're just gonna hang out and talk about this eyeshadow palette while I use it. I already applied my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. That's my favorite eye base. I pretty much use it every time I do my eyeshadow. Now I'm just using the shade Peach Butter to set that eye base. I'm gonna use this light peach shade called Just Peachy. In my haul video where I first mentioned this palette, someone suggested that I should do like 3 looks, 1 palette to show the different eyeshadow looks you can get out of this. And I thought that seemed like a really interesting idea. If that's something that you guys would like to watch, then definitely let me know in the comments, because I think that would be really fun. That would actually be a fun series to do. Like take a bunch of eyeshadow palettes and just show 3 looks with each one. I think I'm gonna use this shade called Peach Cobbler next. Woo! Look at that pigmentation. Ole peach mole. These mattes are no joke. I should do a swatch video with this so you can see how good the brush swatches are. I mean, come on now, I'm not even like digging into these. That's crazy. I'm gonna take a mixture of these 2 shades, Peach Punch and Just Peachy. I'm really just mixing in that lighter shade to tone this one down just a little bit. And I'm gonna put that all over my whole lid. I mean, this is like the brightest matte peach shades I've ever seen. I don't know if you've ever had this problem. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But a lot of the time, brightly colored mattes tend to be kind of dry, kind of like chalky looking. And these are so intense. They stay intense on the eye. I'm impressed. I really am impressed. I'm gonna use this dark brown shade called Peach Tart. And I'm gonna use that to just deepen up the outer corners a little bit and add a little bit more contrast to the look. Because it was getting real bright and peachy there for a second. I'm just using my finger to kind of pat this because I don't want to smear this darker shade all over my lid. But I do want to soften the edges a little bit. I'm going to take this lighter brown shade called Peach Tea. And I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. This is definitely peach, but it's not so bright and crazy that it's not wearable. I think you could totally wear this to work. I'm going back to that Peach Butter shade, and I'm just kind of like highlighting under my brow bone and blending a little bit up here. Since this eyeshadow palette is all matte, I'm gonna use the Peach Frost highlighter to highlight my inner corners because I do like a shimmery inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna go curl my lashes and put on some mascara, and then we'll recap everything. Keep in mind, I've only used all of these things once, with the exception of the eyeshadow palette. I have worn that I think 4 times now. But everything else, this is purely just my first time using it, so I may change my mind over time. There are 3 products that I really love and 2 that are just kind of okay for me. The lipstick and the highlighter are just okay in my opinion. I don't feel myself falling head over heels in love with them. The lipstick does just look kind of dry on my lips. I do have dry skin and I do have dry lips. However, I was wearing lip balm all day before I put this lipstick on. It's not dry to the point of being uncomfortable or where I feel like it's gonna start crumbling off my lips. It's just not my favorite lipstick I've ever worn. That's kind of how I feel about this Peach Frost highlighter too. Don't get me wrong, I think the packaging is so cute. Look, it's a little gold peach. I mean, come on, you're killing me. However, as far as a highlighter goes, it's just kind of okay. I don't think it's anything really groundbreaking. And the tipping point for me is the fact that it's only available in 1 shade. I think if this product was catering to more skin tones, then I would probably like it a little bit more. I do think this is something that would work great for somebody who has oily skin because it does not feel very slippery at all. That's a big thing with this line. A lot of these products are billed as matte or mattifying, and as somebody with dry skin, I'm just not super interested in really matte products. They're just not the most flattering for me. So that's why I didn't pick up the foundation or the blur powder. So keep in mind when you're watching this, the things that I maybe don't love may work a lot better for you if you have normal or oily skin. The blush, on the other hand, I really enjoyed. I do like that there's a nice shade range available for this product, and I felt that this was really easy to use. I liked the color that I chose, and I'm sure that there are other shades in this line that I would probably like. I think this looks really subtle, really natural, but it could be built up for some more color impact if that's what you're going for. Let's talk about the Sweetie Pie bronzer now. This is a surprise favorite for me. I didn't think that I was gonna love it as much on my face as I do just in the pan because it's so cute. From the moment I saw photos of this start to float around on Instagram before this line even released, I knew I had to have this. Look how freaking cute it is. It's adorable, it smells amazing, and this actually looks so good on my skin. I'm kind of sad that I love it as much as I do because now I'm gonna want to use it all the time. If you're feeling skeptical about the pink or how shimmery it looks, just take my word for it. This looks super natural and super beautiful on the skin. Lastly, do we even really need to talk about this? Obviously, I love this palette. This is another one of the products from this line that I have just been waiting for, anticipating the release of. Every single time I've used this, I have enjoyed it. There's a really nice mix of like wearable and fun shades in here. I do think this is something that's gonna work for a lot of different people. The shadows in here are super pigmented, very blendable, really soft, but not to the point of having fallout. I don't feel like there's a lot of kick up on my brush when I dip into the pans. I just think this is all around a really beautiful, high quality, makes me happy eyeshadow palette. I will definitely be using these products more, and if you are interested in seeing more about the palette, if you want to see a full swatch video or 3 looks 1 palette or something like that, leave a comment and let me know. I always love to hear your ideas. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Maybe I should like center myself in the frame. Could be helpful. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I was watching YouTube videos while I got ready to make my YouTube video. What a weirdo. Get your life situated. Look, I match. All this stuff smells so good. Don't eat it, don't eat it. I'm really happy with this palette, if you can't tell. What? Calm down. They need like a chocolate pie to make like a deeper bronzer. I mean, come on. When is Too Faced gonna hire me? It's the question. Well, they're all matte. Peachy Mattes. So peachy. Little peachy peach. She's a little peach. That'll do. That'll do. Good enough. Good enough for government work. That's what my husband always says. And it's funny because he works for the government.